everybody, it's Andrea, aka Violet Kitty 411, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has been engaging with comments, likes, and subscribing. You know I do appreciate it so much, as it's so much more fun to do this with an engaged audience. So we are back in my Pleasant View for another episode of the Kitties. Now currently I just have them on an empty lot, got their outfits changed, but one of the reasons I've kind of been holding off is I knew I needed to put them in homes, and I didn't know if I wanted them in house or trailers or condos or apartments. I didn't know if I wanted them living together or separately. I didn't know if I wanted them in downtown or Blue Water Village or Pleasant View itself. So we're gonna be completely random. So now we're going to let the winds of fate control things and see what is next for, okay, they're living in Blue Water Village, 2 separate units, houses. Okay. That means I'm going to be redesigning 2 houses in Blue Water Village for our 2 couples. Now here's my Blue Water Village that I redesigned, complete with J'adore Bakery, which is built like a wedding cake because that was super cute. And I have added a camera mod so I can see the entire neighborhood, as well as a horizon mod and a sky mod, which just increases the beauty of the game. Love it. And honestly, this would look much more satisfying if under there were 4 elephants and a flying sea turtle. Now originally when they graduated from college, I actually wanted to put them in this as a duplex, half for Violet and Jake, the other half for Zinnia and Sam. This is actually the very first build I ever did in The Sims 1 that is, and it translated really nicely into a duplex because it's so symmetrical. Now I have a history of putting twins in identical houses, and I thought maybe I would redesign this Victorian on the north side of the map for both of them, but I decided against that because these girls are so much different than any previous iteration of themselves, so I really went differently on this. Still doing identical houses for the twins, but this time we're doing 2 very large modern houses, and which I built off camera because this took forever. I've got Zinnia and Samuel over here and Violet and Jake here. They have the exact same funds. Even though Violet did most of the money winning, I basically just split them 50-50. Now I don't intend to play Zinnia and Sam too much on camera, except to, of course, to capture the highlights of their lives. So this is mostly about Violet and Jake, of course. Now they've traditionally had about 10 children, so we're going to see if we can make that happen. Violet has always been the family sim, but this time it's Jake, so he's the one that wants all the babies, and so we had to have a big house. It is a very modern build. I have actually played this exact floor plan very extensively in The Sims 4 for a 100 baby challenge. So I'm very familiar with this floor plan, and I'm actually very proud of this staircase. I want you to know I'm very proud of this staircase. Now I have to lock this door because I need guests to assume this is the front door, not this. So this is a mud room. So technically, this is the first floor, this is the second floor, and this is the ground level or rez-de-chaussee, such as the case may be. And I'm not going to give a full tour, just let you kind of discover it as I play. A rendition of this house will be available for download, but not looking exactly like it is because there are so many things that are CC in here that the upload is over 1 gigabyte. So you might recall that Iris had actually purchased a wedding dress that she never wore, so she sent it to a local seamstress by the name of Amelia to restore it so Violet could wear it for her own wedding. Violet and Jake have been engaged during the entirety of their college years, so now Violet's picking up her dress. She is so thankful that Amelia was able to restore it and it has not been damaged by yellowing after all these years. And this time I'm going to just make sure I said it. And there's Dad. She should go say hello. Hey Dad, it's time for us to finally get down to planning our wedding. Will you give me away? He said, of course I will. But maybe you should age up, Edward. And she just met Jody Larson, which is amazing. Now I'm going to have to search this out because I know our catalog really well and I don't know if I have ever noticed this tile. So I'm going to hunt this down. And Violet is back from her shopping trip with a new TS4 hairstyle, ready to embark upon looking for her dream job, which would be that of a dread pirate. You got this, Violet. Violet decided to check out the computer in what will be the room of one of her children. Education, that's great. Senior college professor. Oh, that's right. She gets to go all the way up to level 8 or 9 in whatever she chooses. Oceanography, deep sea fisherman. Medicine as a surgeon. Law enforcement as a SWAT team leader. Wow. And business as a CEO. Well, I don't need any of those, but I'm going to need a few of the side items, so I think I'll pick those up. So Violet was always previously in business, and Jacob was always previously in athletics. We're going to go ahead and get him in the education career because I think that will help him with his every dream. We'll just go ahead and take that job. And you know what? Why don't you go ahead and go to work? Violet, actually, I could send you to work, but there's no reason because I'm not going to have you keep this job for the time being. Why don't you continue working out? And someday you're going to have to go see your physical fitness club. Jason Larson is here. Met your sister. All right, Jake, show us the money. Brought home $15,000 and you are now at the top of the education career. We could do that again. Meanwhile, back at the trailer park, Iris has been promoted to hostage negotiator. Way to go, Iris. And you just hit a goal, a financial goal of $100,000. And that's amazing because you're about to grow up. And Allegra is getting a little old, so we want to fix that because I spent a lot of time investing in Allegra. Come on, Allegra. Come eat the glowing kibble. And now it's time for Iris and Edward to become elders. Yay! Happy birthday, Iris and Edward. You lived your life fantastically. And Iris, your turn next. Wonderful. And I think Iris actually grew up into an adult outfit that I recoded because this doesn't look like a elder body, which is great. But legitimately, Edward, that fashion choice leaves something to be desired. And I've never actually used this interaction, but I want Iris to give Allegra to Violet. Here, have a cat. Have a cat, Violet. And 7,000 simoleons. That's fine. We can afford it. And Violet is so happy that she's getting her kitty back. This has been her kitty ever since she was a baby. And yeah, you're swooning over Daniel Pleasant. That's great. And we're having a roof raiser of a double birthday party, which is awesome for them. Appreciate your daughter's fiance. That's fantastic. Wonderful. Jan Tellerman's over here doing some hang loose. And everybody go home now. Now, I accidentally did not record all of Jacqueline and James's birthday, but they had an amazing birthday party, and this is what I did get of it, so let's enjoy it. Congratulations, let's have another great party. Now, James doesn't have any real relationship with Violet, but they have an attraction, so she should accept Bust a Move. Yeah, she's impressed. Good job. I really like that hair. And James, why don't you offer to sell Violet a kitten? Would you like to hang out? Sure, why not? Check out that kitten. There he is, all cute in his bed. Thanks. Now I have 2 pets that I don't have to train. Well, I mean, the kitten still needs to be trained, but Allegra, I think, is fully trained. So it looks like we're closing in on another roof raiser. And Violet and Jake's house has increased by 2. Great job. So now that we have the previous generation aged up, it's time to get our next generation moving forward. Sam, why don't you ask Zinnia on a date? Because you two have never formalized your relationship. And while they're sitting here telling dirty jokes, Rod's leaving a computer. Thank you, Rod. All right, we got to get... I need you to give me something romantic to work with, please. And I haven't progressed their relationship into engagement because during college they don't get as many points, and I wanted Sam to get as much available as possible since he didn't have the benefit of childhood like the others did. Nice. Okay. Do we have something to work with? Okay, you want to woohoo? Why don't you kiss her again? How about a romantic kiss? It's about romance, not, well, apparently it's about woohoo. Sit in the vehicle, and Zinnia, you also sit in the vehicle. We're going to do some farfanookie here. Okay, Sam, sit in the vehicle. All right, let's go ahead and just woohoo. We're not ready to try for a baby just yet. As it is, we're putting carts before horses. Previously, we've had a very chaste relationship. And he wants to get engaged to her. She doesn't really care, but that's okay. Zinnia, come join your love. And he's like, you know what? Why don't we do this?
Oh, Padre Cielo. Oh, vivo.
And that was a major event, which hopefully will, between the woohoo and, okay, we got one more, that's fine. So now, Zinnia, I want you to throw a wedding party. And we're going to invite most people that we know. We've got 18 guests. Okay, that's good. And the Larson twins have come to introduce themselves and just walked right in because we're having a party. We love that for us. Great. And I feel like Tiffany would be a nice addition to our household, so put on some glasses and greet her. Or not? Okay. Oh, Rhea Avis, I don't like that hairstyle for you. And now why don't you give her a treat? All right, I need you to put on shades again. Now, okay, what do I scold? Oh, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to rub her belly. That's probably going to be enough. Oh, shoot, Violet is in her wedding finery, which is fine. I changed Violet into her wedding finery. Can you please? I'm trying to. Oh, okay, I can adopt this dog already. Okay, that's it. That's good. That's a good start. We're going to adopt this dog. Perfect. Look at that. Violet and Jake are all in love. All right, here we go. Yes, we want Tiffany in our home. Okay, perfect. All right, now we're at St. Francis Sims Cathedral, and we're going to see if we can get our folks over here in their wedding finery, which I don't know if that's going to happen, but let's see. Okay, so we're going to invite first for wedding. And then we're going to invite friends. And finally more friends. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm actually going to have Samuel do the deed. And we'll see if anybody sits down and enjoys our wedding. Not really, but that's okay. It's pretty. The wedding on the road doesn't always work out quite so well. Unless you do it in off hours. Alright, that was okay. It was okay. I chose the classic base game wedding dress for Zinnia. It works. And Mom's watching the cutting of the cake, which we love that for them. I forgot to get the champagne. Alright, great. Everybody's sitting down, having a good time. Including the bartender. We love that. Okay, thank you, Mary Sue. Sid Roseland here, Brittany Upsnot, Heather Huffington, even though they... Okay, that's fine. Not the most prestigious wedding, but it was a wedding at least. And you're being very good about that. Samuel, why don't you make something, why don't you serve lobster thermidor for everybody? And why don't you continue cleaning up, because this is not a restaurant. This is a little bit of a bistro. Why don't we all get some lobster thermidor, grab a plate. Sadly, this wasn't the best wedding I've ever had, but it'll be okay. And why don't we walk home? Let's see, walk home. And Iris is, not Iris, and Zinnia is carrying a bouquet. God bless her. All right, wonderful. And we're having a good time at our wedding party. Let's just do a few other things that are kind of wedding-like, even though it didn't, the wedding happened at the church. And we'll have Zinnia cut the cake again. Another cake cutting. Come on. Samuel, come show up for the cake cutting. Oh, he's changing into his formal wear. Zinnia lost interest in cutting the cake. Let's try that again. There we go. Nice civilized cake cutting. And now everybody can grab another piece of cake. Why not? We're on good time. We'll see if anybody toasts the couple. Oh, Terra Cat, thank you so much. All right, we've got, it's a busy party. It's a good time. All right. Oh, it's a disaster. It was a good time. When did it turn into a disaster? That's terrible. Parents are here, sisters here. Why is it a disaster? It was a good time. It was a good time until somebody, I guess, did somebody wet themselves or something? Because that could usually bottom it out. We've got food, we've got alcohol, we've got cake. Oh my gosh, Mary Sue is leaving, but thank you. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do to fix it? It's a disaster. All right, our best bet is to use a voodoo doll and make friends with people. Okay, find someone you're not friends with and make friends. Okay, we can do this. This will probably save it. Let's... Okay. Please tell me that saved our party. It did not save our party. Oh, roof raiser. Okay, yep, that saved our party. Good, good. It's always good to have a good wedding party. Hey, thanks, Sin. Somebody must have peed themselves because she just gave or farted. Okay. The roof raiser. It's all good. Not the worst wedding in the world. Yay! Now next door, Violet is home from the party. Her relationship with Allegra has definitely dropped, although from Allegra's point of view, we're just going to go ahead and grab that again there, Jacob. From Allegra's point of view, it's nice and strong, so we'll raise that again. And we also have to raise our relationship with Bonkers. Allegra's such a good kitty. I think she's fully skilled, isn't she? There's no skills to learn, I don't think. Yeah, no, there's nothing for Allegra to learn. Yeah, that's great. Although Bonkers is a kitten, and I don't know at what point he's growing up in a couple days. Now, Violet, why don't you find a job? Let's see if the adventurer is available today. Journalism, okay, all right. We might go ahead and do a whole bunch of journalism searching, but let's see what else we got. Intelligence, natural science, politics, athletic. I have traditionally always had Jacob in athletics, so we might go ahead and get him in that. I am going to have Violet take journalism over and over and just stock all the bedrooms with journalism rewards because we can. Now, after a long night of collecting journalism awards with 5 in every bedroom, 10 in the workout room, and 10 in the garage, and 10 in the nursery, this family is ready for everything. And it's time for Violet to start working out and working on her fitness. Dean Jake is having trouble with a particular fraternity on campus, the Zigga-Bugga-Goos. The young men have a tendency to conduct pranks on facility members, facility members, not faculty members, throw obnoxious parties, and crash the homecoming parade every year with unnecessary fireworks and gaudy rock music. Jake has had enough. There are really only 2 ways to deal with the fraternity this misbehaved: kick the chapter off campus or pay a sorority to sabotage their social status. Jake is pretty sure both methods will work, but he isn't sure which one is best. What should Jake do? And we are going to hire the sorority. So Jake needs to put a stop to the Zigga-Bugga-Goo's reign of juvenile destruction, but he wants to keep his hands clean. Therefore, the best sorority on campus is recruited to destroy the fraternity's social status with better parties, cooler t-shirts, and the best bonfire the campus has ever seen. The Zigga-Bugga-Goos try to mount a counteroffensive of social events, but ultimately fail. Defeated, the fraternity begs for ceasefire. By stopping them, Dean Jake becomes the first dean in history to tame the Zigga-Bugga-Goos. For such a momentous triumph, Dean Jake is promoted to Education Minister. Way to go! And congratulations, Jake, with your new... And you know what? Let's pick up another job. Let's take the job as a dinosaur cloner. Why don't we actually just walk to work? Have a good day, Jake. And Jake has reached the top of his career and a bonus of what? Okay, what's this reading? Am I reading this right? A bonus of negative 32,000? Seriously, you lost money? Okay, that's got to be but he's an ecological guru, so there's that. And, Allegra is doing poorly. We got to check on her. So Jake, I guess, lost 32,000 just going to work and getting promoted, which is clearly a problem. It's like a glitch, but we're not worried because we've got the money to spare, but that was annoying. Go ahead and pick up that athletic position. Yes. And Jake, why don't you work on the junker now? Because Everything is going up here with those journalism awards. We're fine. That's fine. And Violet, how is your fitness enthusiasm doing? You've been working out all day. Oh, and up to 9 now. Great. We'll get that junker in good shape. And we're just going to kind of keep each other occupied and have our wedding on the weekend. And Violet decided to try her hand at the military while Jake is over here working on his tinkering. That's amazing. And the environment score is completely bottomed out. I bet we've got a broken sprinkler someplace. And we do love the fact that you can sell the car for $5,200 after purchasing it for $8,000. So yep, we'll just do that again. And I could have figured out which one of the sprinklers was broken, but you know what? We got plenty of money. It's easy just to pay somebody. And our kitten is now a cat. Hello, bunkers. One dreary morning, Violet receives a confidential memo informing her that several recruits have been accused of leaking sensitive government information to enemy factions. While this could ordinarily be a cut and dry case, court-martial and dishonorable discharge plus jail time, one of the accused is the son of a very high-ranking, powerful general. Over the course of the day, Violet is informed that perhaps it might be best if she quietly pardoned the offenders and let them off the hook. Violet's conscience is torn. Should she stick to the rules and risk the general's wrath, or should she take the easy way out? You know what? We're going to go ahead and book them, because currently we have a situation here in this country where people are trying to get off of and get their kids off because of their position, and I have issues with it. Book them. And Violet refuses to be bullied by someone just because they outrank her. Ignoring the veiled warnings, Violet arranges for a swift trial of the soldiers and ensures that every protocol is followed to the letter. As the date of the court-martial approaches, Violet finds herself receiving death threats and harassing phone calls and emails, yet she does not arrange for a pardon. During the trial, the general's son drops a bomb. He reveals that he was framed by his own father for attempting to expose his dad's scandalous traffic in government secrets. The evidence is produced by the defense is overwhelming. The soldiers are acquitted, and the general is jailed for treason and removed from the service. In the course of the proceedings, Violet is hailed for standing up to the general's pressure, so much so that the new general sees it to it that Violet receives a promotion to astronaut. Way to go, Violet. Oh, I'm so excited for you. And here's our new astronaut. Why don't you get the mail and pay the bills? Let's see. $8.64. And Violet, you spent all day yesterday working out. Why don't you make friends with Bonker? Oh, well, Bonker's having a poo. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. Make friends with Bonkers. And I just remembered that I could have actually sent Violet to go to her day as an astronaut, but that's okay. It's not like we're just kind of marking time. That's what we're doing. We're marking time, looking for the job. Oh, and we got some of our money back that we lost for getting promoted. That's cool. And the option to have the adventurer career is available, but we will wait until after we get home from work today as an astronaut. And working on cars is very dirty work. And I'm hoping that my kitties learn to like each other, which is actually what I'm going through in real life right now, hoping that my kitties learn to like each other. And Allegra's social is low, so let's get that hug in. And now go to work, Violet. And just as a quick aside, the original Violet Kitty back in TS1 was the top of the military career, and there's a picture of her as an astronaut on Wired magazine. I literally was looking to see if I could find that, but apparently now you have to pay for a subscription to Wired magazine, and I'm not going to do that. And I really like the fact that I put the bathtub on the stage here. Just looks really good. And Jake's over here now working on a secondary hobby. since he mastered tinkering again. And Violet is now a general, so she's got to go and get that job as an adventurer. We love that for you. Yes. Congratulations. Oh, hey, her sister and brother-in-law are here. Let's go ahead and say hello. Maybe have a little dinner party. So I think that this really is about the prettiest Violet I've ever had. Okay, go ahead and greet your sister. And Allegra is not going to work today, which is great. Oh, he's going in through the... Okay, that's fine. And Samuel's over here making a beeline for the ballet bar, as they do. Call him over, Violet, so we can get him out of there. And then we'll lock that door. And we'll lock all the other doors off the garage. Now, Violet, why don't you make a nice dinner? I have a lot of TS4 conversion CC, and this file is so huge. I think I mentioned earlier, ginormous. Okay. Now we're gonna, good job. Make some grandma's comfort soup because we can. All right, now. Hey, I like living right next door to you. And Violet is letting them know that she now goes to work with Mom every day as a hostage negotiator. But I foresee that I will go further in this career than Mom ever did. Oh, okay, that's cool. And now, oh, was somebody sick? I'm glad that I made Grandma's comfort soup. Okay. And Jacob, why don't you put those leftovers away? Okay, Violet, you were doing so well. Why don't you finish cleaning that up? Okay, great. You know what? It was nice to have you over. It's time for you guys to go. Sam decided to make himself at home in the hot tub, but you know, it's time for you to go. Seriously. Thanks. And although Violet doesn't really have baby hunger, I think she's going to be a good mom too. And I love when I don't 100% control absolutely everything they do, because that means I get to watch more autonomous I actually said goodbye to you. Say goodbye to everyone. Thanks. Bye. And now it's a good time to get a good night's rest before you have to go to work tomorrow. Yeah, that side. Good job. And this is so sweet. You can't get this interaction in TS4 without a mod. And that's really sad. But yeah, time to get up. You guys both have to go to work today. And Jacob, actually, I think I need to have you get yourself a little makeover. With the hair and the beard, the bone structure looks not identical, but a lot the way that Jacob always looked in previous generations. And we're having a little bit of a tender moment before we head off to work. All right. Boom. Athlete and hostage negotiator. Have a great day. That was gentlemanly of you, Jake, to let her ride shotgun. All right, Jake, you're home from work, and what are the goods springing here? Okay, promoted to coach. Awesome. And you're bringing home Aaron Baina. All right. And you don't really need to do the whole... Yeah, you don't actually need to do that. Just put those on and do a bust a move, because that is really good. Oh, well, that's awkward. Okay. Oh, and we got a... Oh, okay. Here's a new product. Let's see what we got. It's a computer, and we will sell that. Thank you. And oh, we've got some fish. And Aaron is standing there inside there, so we're going to have to click on his foot so we can appreciate him. And then we'll send him home. And no, we won't send him home. Aaron was the victim of a bad haircut at our salon. Beautifully ever after. Okay, you know what, Aaron? We are going to fix your hair. We're not going to worry about him being in our bedroom. It's more important that we actually just fix his hair. And Violet is now an international sim of mystery. And Violet, you can go to work. Why don't you just do that? Let's go to work. Walk to work. Please and thank you. And you know, I'm sorry, but Dina Caliente is not as hot as Violet as international sim of mystery. I'm just saying. Aaron was just thanking Jake for the improved, okay, yeah, the improved haircut. Okay, and Jake, why don't you just send him on his way? And how are my kitties doing? They tolerate each other. Actually, Allegra has more tolerance for bonkers than vice versa. And the carpool for Allegra is going to arrive in an hour, and she's not in good shape, but that's fine. At least she's peed, and now she's on her way. Hey, is that Mom visiting? It's Mom. Maybe we should invite her in. Violet, the finest international sim of mystery alive, is ordered to the frigid country of Cathumbra to investigate their rumored galactic weapons research facility. By using disguises and her expert knowledge of Cathrumbian language, Violet is able to infiltrate this facility. It is here that she makes a startling discovery. The Cathrumbians are going to launch a team at any moment to man their orbital pulsatronic weapons platform on the moon. Violet can either steal their shuttle or use a computer virus to cripple the computers managing the launch sequence. Time is of essence. I think we should use the virus. I think that's... Ooh, stealing the shuttle is more effective immediately. Let's go with our gut instinct to use the virus. Okay, Violet pulls the disc from her pocket and begins installing the virus. When a guard enters the room, Violet manages to attach herself to the ceilings using her magnetic climbing paddles, but she sees no way to escape the room. After some time, a guard lieutenant enters the room and immediately notices the unwanted program running on the machine. He accuses the other guard of treason, which erupts a brawl that destroys every computer and cancels the launch. Violet escapes the carnage to phone the results to the ministry, who reply that she may enjoy the rest of the day with her bonus of 15,000 simoleons. Well done, Violet. And here's Iris checking out the beautiful surroundings that her daughters are living in. Why don't you greet Iris? High five. Way to go. Ooh, hang loose. Great. And she thinks he's pretty hot, but you know what? We are not going there. Let's see, we've got some autonomous compliments and... Oh! Okay, you've never actually learned how to bow. Okay. Yeah, like, why not? A sea shanty. That sounds fantastic. Allegra is enjoying a rather slow day at headquarters when the alarm sounds. Throwing her delicious salmon treats aside, Allegra rushes to the door to join the rest of the team. Just as Allegra turns the final corner, the chief steps in her path, puts out his paw, and tells Allegra that she will need to sit this one out. The chief wants Allegra to stay behind and keep an eye on headquarters. As Allegra watches the team pull away from the station in the Rescue Mobilization Responder Unit, she knows it just can't be that simple. Should Allegra disobey the chief and follow the team to the site of the emergency, or should she sit this one out as ordered? Allegra, go to the emergency. Allegra is an elite, highly trained professional, not some lowly building babysitter. After grabbing her gear, Allegra loads herself onto the Catapult, a top-secret prototype meant to launch the rescue squad large distances almost instantly. Seconds after the launch, Allegra is floating above the scene of the emergency, only to find the chief stranded between a raging fire on the rooftop with two citizens. With lightning-fast reflexes, Allegra's training kicks in, and within seconds she is on the rooftop just before the fire engulfs the entire building. Allegra pushes the unconscious chief and citizens off the roof onto the safety net below. Called the hero of the city by the newspaper, Allegra heads home from the day with a large bonus of $10,000 signed over by the chief himself. Way to go, Allegra. Way to go, Allegra. Who says cats don't earn their cat food? And our beautiful international sim of mystery is home as a space pirate. Congratulations, and your next lifetime want is to become a world-class ballet dancer. We can see if that can happen. And it's available. We'll take that job. So I'm not really worried about Jake advancing in his career, so he's going to take a day off tomorrow. But let's say hi to Mom and then send her on her way, Violet. Oh, I guess we're gonna do a sea shanty. That's not what I intend to do. That's fine. Okay. And after you're finished with that, you may say goodbye. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Great seeing ya. And Violet, you have entirely too much energy, so why don't you take a midnight jog and then go to bed?
Thanks.
Okay, I'm wondering, I saw Violet sneeze just now, and what's going on with you? Oh, okay. We're getting some lovin'. That's great. Call in sick, Jake. We got things to do. Yeah, pretend. Yeah, call in sick. Yeah, I need the day off, thanks. So Violet and Jake both have colds. We want to make sure they're both feeling fine before we have a wedding because, you know, death at your own wedding is never a good thing. Now let's throw a party and get this show on the road. And ask Jake to form a casual group just for fun, and then you'll both be asking people to join the casual group. Perfect. And just like Violet wore her wedding dress to Zinnia's wedding, Zinnia's returning the favor. Bad wedding etiquette. Very, very bad wedding etiquette. And I think Jacqueline Steelerman is wearing a wedding dress as well. I don't know. Okay, I really love this little platform, but they seem to be getting stuck here. So it took about an hour and a half, but I've got everybody in the casual group. Now we're going to head downtown. Let's see if this works better than the other wedding. And we're back at the church. The witches are arriving, and some people are in their wedding finery and some people are in winter wear. Okay, that's cool. Now I'm actually going to take another depart from the history that I've often done, which is I'm actually going to have Jake click the arch and they will have his name now. They will be the Steelermans. Okay. Yeah. There we go. All right, go get married, please. Go get married. Bum bum ba-dum, bum bum ba-dum. It's a beautiful church. It's just not really the best for photos. I like how she's stretching, wearing her wedding gown. It's really pretty, though. Oh, my heart is so full right now. Now, Violet, please cut that wedding cake. And like your sister, I'm going to give you the chance to have 2 different wedding cakes. Let's see how well. Yep, very civilized. Taking off. I've got to deal with some things. All right, that's fine. Everybody enjoy the wedding cake. Mom's leaving. That's great. All right. And Dad's leaving. That's great. Okay, let's go. And Mary Gavigan's leaving. Let's go back home. All right, we're back. We have 2.5 hours left. Our party is not bad, which is fine, but we want it to be good. We want a roof raiser because it's a party. Violet, you can cut the cake again. We got witches, and there's 3 witches at this party. Okay, lovely. The penguin is eating cake, I guess. I guess that was what was happening there. Oh my gosh, and it's a disaster. Okay, all right. Put those on. No, you like, okay, yeah, actually you do really need to go to the bathroom. Oh, that darn juice. Okay. Okay, it literally changed at the exact last minute. Roof raiser. Okay, and Violet is sick again, and I hope not everybody is sick. I don't want people sick. And Violet has to go to work. Oh my. Okay, and casual group. Okay, we got to get this taken care of. This is bad. Okay. And the casual group. Now, Violet, you need to go to work, despite the fact that, okay, and you're a ballroom dancer. And Jacob, why don't you resume cooking? I guess somebody did pee, which is great. You do that, Jacob. Hopefully people will leave because we ended the casual group and the party is over. And more people are here to drink. We love that. And Violet will have some of that as soon as she gets home. Or whatever. Jacob, why don't you say goodbye to Jennifer Burb and everybody else? Violet has been dancing very well in competition when she is approached and offered a television gig. It's a reality show where Violet will be dancing with a Supreme Court justice. The premise sounds shaky, but televised exposure could give a big boost to Violet's career. Should she do it? Let's take the offer. Supreme Dance Off is a rating success, and soon households everywhere are tuning in. Violet becomes a household name, and she is able to expand from entering competitions into a world where she truly feels she belongs. Flamenco. Violet is promoted to flamenco dancer. Congratulations, Violet. And here she is. We're going to go ahead and walk back to work. Go walk to work. Walk to work. Have fun. I love that dress. And while Violet's at work, Jake is cleaning up because he's a good husband. And Violet is back as a world-class ballet dancer, but she is so sick, we got to get her taken care of. And she's also in pretty desperate straits for her bladder. And she's still wearing the glasses she put on and didn't successfully use during the tail end of the wedding. But that's okay. And now she's sick with another cold. Okay, have another bowl of soup. This is just really getting you. It's like, how do you get sick with a cold when, oh, thanks for coming back, Allegra. All right. And she's sick again? She's going to gain weight eating all this soup. Yep, there she did. She just gained weight. The opposite of a boingy boingy, I think, is a bloopy bloopy moment. But she needs to eat her soup. Oh, and she's sick again. What is this? She is now at the bottom of fitness, which she still looks good, but she's still sick. I am going to have both Violet and Jake use the Energizer, and then they will both meditate in hopes that they will get well. All right? Jake, go to work, but Violet, continue to meditate. Okay, it's telling me that Violet is healthy again, but I'm going to have her... Actually, I'm going to have her work out a bit, because that's a healthy thing to do. Actually, she needs to go to work. But what is her lifetime goal? To become a space pirate. Maybe we should find out if that's available. Nope, she can go to work. And why don't you hug your other cat? Oh, he's hungry. Okay, maybe not. And we're gonna worry about... Oh, Hall of Fame, congratulations. All right, have a good day. And Violet, why don't you give a gift to your new husband? Okay, I told you to give a gift. I did not tell you to do ballet there, Jake. And we'll give just, how about some strawberries? They're beautiful. They look delicious. All right. Well, not exactly how I intended to end this episode, but at least Violet is alive. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you soon in the pixelated world, and that's all I have to say. VK out.